On this lesson on Educator.com, lessons on e-marketing, we're going to go over the tools to help you optimize your website, create a social media account, and whatever it takes to enhance the amount of traffic going into your website. These tools can be used by anybody. You don't need to be a web developer, but if you are a web developer, it'll be a little bit easier for you. But if you're not, this is going to be just as easy. We're going to go over a lot of things today in this lesson, so let's go ahead and look at the overview. First of all, when it comes to SEO, Google, Bing, Yahoo, those search engines have a thing called a bot. Okay, B-O-T. All right, and think about it as sort of like a robot, okay? But that's what they call it, a bot. A bot is a software. Okay, let's go ahead and create this little funny guy right here. And what he does is he goes around the different websites to look for so that they can be indexed, okay, by the search engine. Index is another word for finding, okay, and listing. Okay, and these bots do just that. And what these bots do is that they look at the code, okay? They look for the code and they want to make sure, they're programmed to make sure that the code is done correctly. And that's what view source is. With view source, we look at the code, okay? And then what we can do is we can make adjustments to the code, whether it's good enough or maybe we want to leave it alone. But either way, down the line, most businesses, they evolve, they change their products and services, or they have different means of communication. We're going to show you how to update the code, okay, by several editing tools. Okay, it's pretty easy, so don't worry about it. And we'll teach you how to download or upload and download a file. We want to keep the bots happy, so in this lesson we're going to go over the tools necessary to make that happen. Then we're going to talk about WordPress and Blogger. You're going to create an account with them. It's important to create an account. This lesson will be very, very easy. Again, we're not going to make it too difficult for you. It's just going to kind of overview of WordPress and Blogger. The codes, obviously there's going to be code, and yes, the bots visit them too, okay? They pretty much visit everything. As long as it's done correctly, you're going to do well in the search engines. All right, and then finally, the social media accounts. Obviously, you're going to have to create the top 5 social media accounts that I mentioned in the previous lesson, that being Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, and then Pinterest. Again, there's hundreds of social media websites. We're going to focus on the 5. Visit the other ones if you'd like and create accounts with them as well. Hey, you know, you can't hurt. The more, the merrier. All right, so what will make the bots happy? Again, a bot is a little piece of code or a little bitty little entity that goes around. They look for websites. They study the websites. They kind of analyze a website, and then based on what they come up with, then they report back to Google, and then Google will determine how and where they're going to be placed. Now, I mentioned Google a lot over Bing and Yahoo. Well, that's because Google, okay, owns about, I would say, 80 to 90% of the search engine market. So it's kind of running away, you know, and having it's kind of a one-person race here, unless Google and Bing does something drastic. Pretty much, Google is the one that we want to focus on, and because they're setting the standard on search engine dominance.